Hi, this is Kathy, and we're doing a evolution journey reading, and we're doing this with the cards that are laid out, and we're going to just kind of go through each symbol, and we're going to tell you what it means with the evolution cards and what position. We're doing a basic reading, and we're going to start right there with that in the right hand corner upper. We're going to look at that 14, and that 14 is you right now. It's what you're expressing at this moment, and so it's you. It's the 14, which is the 5, and this is the embodiment level of the 5. And then we move down to the second card in the bottom corner, and we're looking at that 17. The 17 card is the embodiment level of the 8, and it's what you're reflecting. And so what I'm seeing right there is that with that 14 moving into the 5 moving into the 8, it's really starting to turn on your higher spin state. And then we move over to that 32, which is another 5. And that 32 is moving up that vortex into the 32. As you can see it, it's taking you right in to that 32, which is what the divine wants you to see, and it's the mastery level of the 5. And so with the first 3 cards, you've got the 5, the 8, and the 5. And the 5 is that card about change. It's moving out of programmed reality and being able to shapeshift into a different form. And so then we move to the second 3 cards, which that first card is a 2, and it's co-creation with the divine. And this is you moving into a level of communication where you have a clarity on what you want to be able to explain, like explaining this reading. And you're doing this with Taurus. The Taurus is the 2. It's the communication. So that communication is coming in loud and clear. And so look at this 2, because you've got the 3 circles. So it's you, the environmental, what's reflecting with the environment, and then moving up into the higher mastery. And then you move over here to the upper level of that 15. And that 15 is releasing its particles of possibility, and it's releasing the DNA distortion. It's allowing that clarity to come in where you can explain it so succinctly that it just really comes through clear. It comes through without timelines, and it's coming through outside of the matrix. And then the last card is the 24, which is the mastery level of it is the master level of being in divine flow with your it's a reprogrammer. So you are breaking the looping cycles of and bringing in the magnetism of that 24, which is 6. And so as I'm going to go through this one more time so you can see that those numbers break down into a code and a pattern. The 14 is the embodiment level of the 5. It means that you're starting to connect to that 5, to that sovereignty and the change. Moving into that 17, which breaks down to an 8. And that 8 is all about flow. It is the magician and abundance. So you are moving into that state of abundance with that 17. in the embodiment level, you're starting to really connect. Then you move over to that 32. So you have the embodiment level of the 14, which is the 5. Then you move into that mastery level of the 5, the 32, which breaks down to a 5. You are actually at that 5, you're bringing flow into this reading. So you have the 5 where you're starting to embody, you're starting to trust, and then you're moving over to that 32, which is moving into that 32, which is moving up into a higher spin state, and that 32 shows that. And then you move over to the 2, and that is that communicator. That is an awakening level. It's awakening to a whole new level of that 2, where you're tapping in to the and you're creating that outside of timelines. And then over there where the particles of possibility, you're moving it into the 15, and that's actually the reprogrammer. This is the release of DNA distortion, unraveling from illusion through observed programming. So now you're bringing in that expression. And then you go up into that 24, and that's the 6. And so that 6 is ability to break looping cycles of generations of programming. It's the life and death cycle, living from a place of seeking your highest potential. So with that 24, it's tuning in and bringing you into that special. So now we're going to stop the recording. Now, as you're noticing with the evolution symbol, this is the evolution technology. And as we were reading those cards, any static or that's holding you back from what the cards are reading for you, we're going to go in and just bring the reading that we just did, we're going to bring it into neutrality. And we're doing that with the Lu. That first card on the left is the luminous, and it's starting to bring everything into neutrality. Anything that is stopping you from moving into this beautiful reading is being brought into neutrality. And then we bring it down into the scalar, and this scalar symbol turns on the divine technology and takes it into the next level of perfection. Then we move into that third symbol, which is the 33, and this turns on the potential of expression, where everything that is stopping you from really moving into the reading is being turned on. Now we're going to go in to the master cell. We're going to go into the pineal gland. And as we're going into the pineal gland, we're going to bring the negative code that we just read that was in the negative. We're going to go up into the recorder cell, and we're going to hit the DNA, and we're going to just go in and see where this epigenetic code is, so that we can clear it as we move forward. Now, the negative code that I'm seeing is a -5, a -7, a -9, -4, -3, and a -6. And so we're going to just go in and we're just going to see. We're going to just follow the DNA the DNA code, and we're going to see it go, and it's going to be a little bump as you're running through the code, this code that we just brought up. It's the negative code. And now we're going to see this code start to spin. And as it's spinning, we're going to see it just move into random. And so this is just random form. So now we have this clear reading. And we're going to watch this just go into random. Now we're going to just see that pinpoint of blue light. And this blue light is going to be moving. And you're going to see this light, and it's going to go down past the 0 point, down the spine. And as it's coming up the spine, you're going to actually see the code turn on. And we're going to see that. We're going to see everything in this code that we're going to be bringing in a minute. We're gonna bring in the positive code so that we can attune the body, the cell, the cellular structure to this new code. Now that we've watched the other code go into random, we're going to just go into that center of the heart, into that space, into the void of the heart space. We're going to bring in the new positive code. And the positive code is based on the cards that we chose, because these codes have been turned on and now they're showing themselves in mastery. And that positive code is 5, positive 8, positive 5, positive 2, positive 6, and positive 6. And we're seeing it just turn on in that ascended DNA, into that pineal gland. We're seeing this code turn on and just really support you in moving forward. And so we're going to see it move into every cell in the body, into that cellular structure where this pure, clear code is now running. Now we're going to bring up a bridge card. And this bridge card is an I am card. And it's going to this is your bridge card. And notice it's a number 8. And this is giving you the courage and the bravery to go to be the bridge into you being able to hold that code, that positive code, for a longer period of time. And it's like what has happened is you are no longer held by fear. It's that brave, it's becoming the master that you are. It's just adjusting to the 8 in these I am cards. Because in the I am cards, there's 44 codes, and this one is really perfect for the reading we just did, because now you're moving into your mastery, no longer held by fear. And so this is your I am card. Now this is the final card that's going to support you in the reading. This is a DMT code. And this code is the DMT code of, it's the 7. It's the messenger. And so now, as you're clearing away, as we cleared away all of those fear, that static, you're moving into the 7, which is the messenger. It's the code of guidance, shifting from observed guidance to telethought. No space between guidance and thought. It's just that telethought is coming in and it's just flowing with what you're moving into next. And so this is your reading for that second week of July, because with the start of July, we found that we were really moving into the flow and the momentum. And I have, this is the momentum coming in. And so take a look at that one more time and let's attune to the code 585 2 6 and 6. So this is the summary of this reading for that 8th through the 14th. And we're going to look at this. This is what came through. In this reading, you are starting to express change, freedom, and sovereignty. Your frequency is moving into a flow state. You are getting comfortable in the unknown space and are attuning to the frequency of 963. Your frequency is steady and strong. The body consciousness is leading, and there are no questions. That is being able to move into that. It's just moving into the guidance, into just telethought, where it's just channeling through. The body consciousness is leading, and there are no questions. Your communication is expressing with clarity. Your soul family is being magnetized into your field. The ascended DNA is lighting up and in a higher spin state. And you are moving into that fearlessness and being fearless about this reading. So fearless is the word. And so we are So I hope that if you've liked this reading, that you will like and subscribe to our channel, the Ascended Astrology channel, which we, with you liking and subscribing, we are able to give you more content. And so that's what we're going to ask you. If you've liked this reading and want a personal reading for yourself, just put your name in the comments and just say, want a reading, and then I will get back to you and send you the link to be able to schedule. So thank you. I love you. It is done. And until next week, thank you very much.